Hi everybody, I'm Dr. Gérard Labuschagne. I'm a clinical psychologist and advocate of the High Court, but for 14 and a half years I was the head of the South African Police Service's Investigative Psychology section, and this section performs the same roles and responsibilities as the FBI's Behavioral Analysis units. So it comes to profiling of violent crimes. We worked on anything from the Micki Pistorius case to just about 110 serial murder investigations during my time in the police. I released my first book in 2021, The Profiler Diaries, and because of the success of that book and a lot of people's encouragement, in 2022 we released The Profiler Diaries 2, From Crime Scene to Courtroom. So the first book had two chapters, one which was about me and how I got into profiling, and my terrible school career and how I ended up having quite a few degrees by some miracle, how serial murder sort of developed in South Africa, and then a bunch of case studies thereafter. This book contains about 6 different cases that I worked on in my time in the police. It ranges anything from the Knysna murder series from a few years ago where 2 young girls were murdered, the Port Elizabeth sex worker serial murders, the Krugersdorp school sword attack from about 2008, a stalking case, the case of 2 young people who lured a guy to a graveyard in Velkom and killed him, mutilated him. And finally, the last case in the book is about a guy who was sending death threats to Barack Obama when he came out to South Africa in about 2013. So I think if you enjoyed the first book, the style, how it's written, got a lot of positive feedback, and I really appreciated that. A lot of people that know me said it was kind of like when they read the book, it was almost having a conversation with me. So I really was proud of that because I wanted it to be my personal experiences of having worked on these cases, the difficulties, the challenges, the fears, the anxieties, and not just the telling of a story, because anybody can do that. And we see a lot of journalists who publish books about big cases that they've covered, and they do that very well. I wanted to give the reader that really personal insight into what it's like working in this kind of a unit. The stress, the pressures, the people I worked with, the frustrations we had with people in the police and outside of the police, the challenges in court. And this is really what the second book is also about, giving you some insights into some really fascinating cases. It's a nice broad spectrum of cases. And again, you get to see what it's like to live the life of a profiler in one of the world's busiest profiling units, the Investigative Psychology section. So if you haven't read the first one, please do. If you haven't read the second one, please read that also. But if you definitely read the first one, I can guarantee you, you're going to enjoy this one too. And already the feedback that we've been getting from people who've read it is they're quite happy, which of course then makes me very happy. So I hope you enjoyed this little slice of my life, my anxieties. It's always difficult when you write a book about your own life because if people don't like it, it's kind of like a very, very sort of deep sense of rejection. But I'm quite happy with what I've put together. I'm very proud of it. And whether you're just a casual reader of true crime or you're a student interested in psychology or forensics, you'll definitely get something in this particular book that you'll enjoy. So thank you very much. Please do pick it up, have a look at it. Buy one for yourself and for your friends and for their birthdays. And I really hope you enjoyed the book as much as I hope writing it. Thank you very much.